Hey everybody, welcome back to the Thinking Crypto channel. I've got huge news to share with you guys, and that is not hyperbole. A lot of big things are happening in the crypto market, and we are headed to new all-time highs. We're going to see parabolic moves like never before. Coinbase has released their finances, ready to go public on the Nasdaq. Also, Stone Ridge has followed the SEC to become the first mutual fund with Bitcoin. Also, we have news that Anchorage has raised a significant amount of money, and we're going to break it down. A lot of big stuff to share with you guys. Before we do, go ahead and hit that thumbs up button, leave a comment below, and hit the subscribe button if you're new here. It helps support the channel, and it doesn't cost you anything. Guys, yesterday I uploaded my interview with Anthony Scaramucci. We talk about his hedge fund and their respective Bitcoin fund and what he sees as far as Bitcoin's price prediction and how the market's going to go. So be sure to check out that interview. I'll put a link in the description. And I want to give you guys heads up on what interviews I'm working on to bring you solid content so you can hear directly from these people who are building in the market. I have a confirmed interview with the SEC's Hester Pierce. She's a commissioner there. Ripple's David Schwartz, that is being scheduled. I'm in contact with CFTC Chair Chris Giancarlo. So be ready for that one, guys. It's going to be good. Also, the Energy Web CEO. Energy Web is working with Ripple. They're working with Bitcoin miners. Lots to talk about there. Also, the Rare CEO. We're going to talk about NFTs. So lots of great content lined up for you guys. I hope you would hit that subscribe button with a notification bell. So Bitcoin still in its correction phase, and that's okay. As we've been talking about, guys, you can't have a continual straight line run up. That is not possible, right? Markets have corrections on the way up, even in bull markets. So as you can see here, not to spend too much time on this, but the same run up we had in December to January, and we had a correction. Same thing's happening now. And then we'll have a correction. We're going to, peak above 50K, go back down below 50K, go back over 50K. You guys know how it works. Market cycles, both from a micro and macro level, and then we will work our way up. And according to the macro level charts, which I've been sharing with you guys for years now, we are on track. The market cycles are repeating here. And of course, we are in a bull market, so we are expecting new all-time highs. Everything is on track here. When in doubt, zoom out. Now, I've made this analogy on my channel for many years, in contrast to the 90s and the internet boom, right? How early we are. We are like in 1997 of the early internet days. And here, this tweet from this gentleman here who he helps crypto startups at DeFi Alliance. He works at DeFi Alliance. He said, it's 1998 in crypto. There are at least 20 more years of hyper growth and world-shattering innovations. Absolutely, guys. Think about how long it took Amazon and Google's to become powerhouses that they are now, right? In the 90s, people were skeptics of them, like, oh, whatever. Who's going to buy stuff online and who's going to do this and all that, right? And that's why you have to have a macro level view. You got to understand the adoption cycle. You have to understand the progress cycle, right? Things don't happen overnight and they need time to grow. So we are on track. And here's an update. An article saying the estimated number of global crypto users has passed 100 million. And boomers are now getting drawn to Bitcoin, reports find. So we're still early in the adoption curve, my friends. There's 100 million out of how many billions of people in the world, right? This is nothing. And we who are here and have been here even before this number reached 100 million, we are in a position to make significant returns. So pat yourself on the back, count yourself lucky you're here and you get what's happening, because this is a generational opportunity, same way the dot-com boom was. And the great thing about it, you don't have to be an accredited investor to buy Bitcoin or crypto. You can be anybody on the street. You have a smartphone, you have an internet connection, you can participate in the asset class. And here, Anthony Scaramucci, who of course I literally interviewed a day ago, he tweeted the following. Big news, guys. Important development in Bitcoin. Stone Ridge filed with the SEC to become the first open-ended mutual fund to buy Bitcoin. See what's happening here? Do you recognize the capitulation, the herd that is coming in, all the Wall Streeters? And in fact, in my interview with Anthony, we talked about, hey, what risks are still out there that may stop these Wall Streeters, these big companies from coming into the market? And the big one that was out there was Tether Bitfinex, and that has been settled. So it is becoming much more easy and risk averse for these companies to enter into the crypto market. So very bullish news, guys. And Stone Ridge, of course, very well known, very big. And the big news, we got news here. Coinbase has their financials are now public ahead of stock market listing. This is so big. A crypto exchange going public, the largest in the US. And the crypto exchange's S1 form is now live, revealing key details before Coinbase stock hits the market. Guys, I'm so bullish on this. I will be buying Coinbase's stock from two angles, or two reasons why, I should say. One is the first crypto company with a strong brand and obviously millions of users behind them, and then the largest in the United States going public. You know they're going to do well, right, on the stock market. First mover advantage. Plus, obviously they have so much infrastructure, and they have so many institutional clients. We know that they helped MicroStrategy and Michael Saylor and Tesla to execute their respective trades of Bitcoin, and obviously they custody as well. So they have the clientele, guys, and of course crypto is just going to continue to rise, and because they have those assets in hand and they're custodying it, their value is going to keep going up, right, as the market moves. In addition, just in general, the stock market, the Fed, obviously the US governments are going to print more money, and we're going to see asset prices just from a macro level, just out of principle, rise in value. So I'm going to look to take a position in Coinbase, guys, to be fully transparent, not financial or investment advice. And this, as you can imagine, is going to bring so much attention to the crypto market. We're going to see crypto go mainstream like never before, and we're going to see parabolic run-ups and FOMOs like never before, because you're going to have the bridge here between the traditional financial world and crypto. Not that there aren't already bridges, but this is going to be a very big bridge, right? The bridge of all bridges, so to speak. Think about it, right? About how things, mass awareness and branding and visibility and media, all of these things will drive more people into the market, guys. And I hope you see that, and you see that vision of what is coming. This thing is going to keep going up. And obviously there's going to be bear markets coming. I'm not saying going up forever, but in the bull cycle we're in here, it's going to keep going up until we hit our top. Then we have a correction, go into our bear market. But Coinbase's financials, it's crazy, man. Look at this. The block estimates Coinbase's revenues for Q1 2021 will hit $2.44 billion. That's just Q1. That's not an entire year, guys. This is ridiculous. And you can imagine the type of attention this is going to get. Man, I'm so excited. Even Ripple's Brad Garlinghouse is excited about this. Look at what he tweeted. A big step for Coinbase and a giant leap for the industry. Congrats. With an astronaut jumping on the moon. Guys, if you look, and Coinbase, they're going to pump Bitcoin and other cryptos because that will only help their stock value and their company's value, right? So I'm telling you, the prices we're going to see, the parabolic run-ups we're going to see, is going to be insane. I think this could drive Bitcoin over $100,000, to be quite frank. And look, is that a certainty? No. I keep it real with you guys, right? But is it a high probability? Yes, I believe it's a high probability. And when I say high probability, I'm saying like, okay, look, 80% out of 100, right? Versus, let's say it's just 10%. I think with all of these big institutions getting in, and I've been interviewing these folks, talking to Scaramucci's and hedge fund managers, Dan Moorhead, all these guys, they are all bullish. They're seeing record-breaking demand. Anthony mentioned, as far as the institutional demand he's seeing is from family offices, pensions, endowments. He said some European banks, high net worth individuals. So everybody is waking up to this new asset class, and they see the inflation that's coming. And of course, Bitcoin is usually the first place they start. Then they go to Ethereum and so on and so forth. And here, not only are these institutional investors buying the assets themselves, they are investing in the companies building. And I wish I was in a position to do that. I am not an accredited investor. If I was, I would be making the same moves here. I would be investing in Coinbase or Anchorage or whatever. These companies that are setting up shop in the infrastructure for the market. So Anchorage, newly cleared as a U.S. crypto bank, raises $80 million from Andreessen Horowitz, A16, and others. The round in crypto custodian has led by GIC, Singapore's sovereign wealth fund. See what's happening here? Singapore Sovereign Wealth Fund. And of course, we know some of the smartest people are at Andreessen Horowitz. They were in the 90s in the dot-com boom. They bought Amazon. They bought whatever they needed to buy to make money. And now they're here in the crypto market. This is why you need to know these facts, guys, because there are naysayers out there. There's people who spread FUD, but they're not pointing you to these facts. And this is not something I'm pulling out of my ass or making up or dreaming up. I'm showing it to you here on the screen. You can go research and read this for yourself. So things are moving ahead. Let me give you some more details here on this one. So crypto custodian firm Anchorage has raised an $80 million Series C funding round led by GIC, Singapore's sovereign wealth fund. Also participating in the round were Andreessen Horowitz, A16Z, Blockchain Capital, Lux, and Indico. Here's a quote. "The new capital will allow us to rapidly scale to meet the rising demand for participation in the digital asset space, particularly among corporations and traditional financial institutions." They are laying the groundwork here, guys, for the whales, the big boys, the Wall Streeters. It's not for the Joes and Jills. They're going to let Coinbase do that and the Robin Hoods and the PayPals. They are going after the Wall Street whales. So this was from Anchorage President Diego Monaco, and I'm trying to get an interview with him, by the way, so stay tuned on that one. So San Francisco-based Anchorage is distinguished as the first crypto native to receive a federal banking charter from the Office of the Comptroller of the Currency, OCC, Brian Brooks' legacy, of course, making it the first national digital asset bank in the U.S. So guys, I mean, it's so beautiful and amazing to watch these things unfold, because for years and years, we've been talking about it on this channel. I know many other folks as well. And patience is a key, having a macro level view. And even Warren Buffett, I know he's not a fan of Bitcoin, but he's talked about patience when it comes to investing. And you know what? Many folks don't have that patience. I know people who are very smart, and probably smarter than me, and I tell them about crypto, I tell them about stocks and these different things, but they don't have the patience. They'll put money in. 3 months later, they're like, "Oh my God, what's going on?" And they have weak hands. I think we've seen that with Dave Portnoy, Barstool Sports, right? He's a smart guy. He's a nice guy, but he has weak hands. It could be also they're not educated about this space and what's coming. And a lot of people sometimes are not able to look macro level view. So once again, this is, if you get that, pat yourself on the back, guys. You are lucky that you understand that principle, that concept. It's not very easy for many people to get that. Here, all these ETFs keep getting approved in Canada. I wish one would get approved in the United States. Oh my goodness. So Canada's CI Global files for what would be the world's first Ethereum ETF. Obviously, we got a couple Bitcoin ETFs getting approved in Canada, getting listed on the Toronto Stock Exchange. And of course, to my anguish, I wish it would be in the United States. And, I remind you guys, I interviewed the CIO, Matt Hogan of Bitwise, just a week ago, who they are trying to get a Bitcoin ETF approved, along with the Winklevoss twins and a few other folks. And I'll be asking Hester Pierce in my interview with her in a couple weeks, Hester, what do we got to do here to get this thing going? Because we got some proper custodians like Anchorage, like Fidelity, Coinbase, and so forth. And we got the price aggregators like Nasdaq and S&P Dow Jones. So where is it? We need that ETF, and that will open just the floodgates. And here, once again, I'll be interviewing, I'm scheduling an interview with Chris Giancarlo, and The digital dollar looks like it's very close. We saw the Fed chairman talking about it, and Chris tweeted the following: CBDC thinking has come a long way in Washington since launch of digital dollar project last year. Next step, real world digital dollar pilot programs. It's coming, my friends. The digital economy, the token economy, which we've been talking about for years on this channel, guys. And artwork is going to be tokenized, real estate, cars, whatever it is going to be tokenized on the blockchain, and it's all going to fall under the umbrella of cryptocurrencies. This will be the greatest asset class ever. That's not hyperbole. When you think about all the traditional assets and commodities that are going to be tokenized, along with fiat currencies, digital currencies, as part of the ecosystem, it's all going to fall under the umbrella of crypto. Now, finally, guys, Global ID, founded by Greg Kidd, who, of course, I interviewed a month ago, who's an investor in Ripple and Uphold and so forth. Well, they have launched a card here, and it says, spend money, get free XRP. It's that simple, introducing the XRP card. So check that out, guys. I honestly haven't dug into it, but I saw it here. And I know Greg is a good guy. I know Global ID are doing some great things. So once again, if you haven't seen that interview, check it out. But just, it's amazing to see everybody launching cards, and you can earn crypto and crypto rewards and all that. It's pretty cool, guys. So guys, what do you think about this news? Or do you agree with me? I think, guys, you're going to see multiple things come to a head here. Coinbase is not going to go public with Bitcoin at 10,000. They're going to go public as Bitcoin is on its way to 100,000. You understand why. That will, of course, increase the value of their respective stock and the company value. And we're going to see other companies like BlockFi. I think Ripple can make a move. It could be next year, but Coinbase is going to be the first, and many others are going to follow, even Bitcoin miners. Big things are ahead, guys, and I hope you have the patience. Hope you see the vision of what is being built here. This is going to be pretty crazy. You have both the private and public sector, right? You got the CBDCs, and you have the cryptos and digital assets, and the tokenized securities and commodities, guys. It's going to be huge. So I'm excited. There's serious money to be made here. Like I said, I'm going to be putting some money into this Coinbase stock and holding that for sure. So guys, leave your thoughts and comments below. Hit the thumbs up button, hit the notification bell, and I'll talk to you guys later.